If there's one country, if there's one nation in the world that has no right to complain about immigration, it's Great Britain.
Now, a few days ago, we saw a horrifying thing that happened in United Kingdom. This was the case where white nationalists who were protesting and saying that they want their country back. The main reason of this protest was that United Kingdom has been infiltrated by many African immigrants, and therefore they were saying things like, these people are taking up our jobs, they are taking up our spaces, and they are not British enough. And while they feel like they have this right to protest, their protest received a wide backlash online. So I want us to play some viral clips on TikTok that covered these issues directly.
Get them out of them hotels, get them gone, put them on boats and send them back. Okay, they shouldn't be here. Get them out of them hotels.
These bloody immigrants, they come over here, they're up to no good, right? I hate these bloody immigrants, they need to go back to where they came from. But why do you hate them so much? I'll tell you why I hate them. I'll tell you why, right? Because they're not even trying to be British, that's why. They don't even try to be British, right? They come here, they bring their own bloody culture, right? They bring their own food, speak their own bloody languages, try to take over the whole bloody place. Well, that sounds British to me, I mean... If there's one country, if there's one nation in the world that has no right to complain about immigration, it's Great Britain.
Let me tell you, dirty, dingy, dusty, racist prick Sutton, yeah? You want to start racist riots around the UK, but you don't know your fucking history. Well, I'm here to give you a history lesson. The reason why immigrants came to this dusty, dingy fucking country is because half of your men were wiped out by World War fucking II. They didn't do it because they wanted equality. They didn't do it because they wanted diversity. They wanted black people to come over to this country and rebuild it again. And you want to know the real reason why you won World War II? It's because India, yeah? India sent around 1.2 million Indians to come and fight the fucking fight because they were part of the Commonwealth, you understand? So if you knew your fucking history, you wouldn't be going after immigrants so fucking hard. America didn't save your ass, Clark. It was India, yeah? And you're talking about you want your jobs back. What fucking jobs are you talking about? Where are they? Are they on Indeed? Are they on Total Jobs? Where are they? Because there's 9 million jobs, yeah, that you can access, that you can fucking apply for. So where the fuck are these immigrants taking jobs? What, you want toilet cleaning? You want office cleaning jobs? You want carer jobs? You want car wash jobs? You want nail salon jobs? You want barbershop jobs. That's what you're angry about. The reason why you don't have those fucking jobs is because you don't have the skill set. You don't add to anything. You are labourers. That is what your history is known for. You are factory workers. You are miners. Most of you work in fucking construction because you can't string a sentence together. But you want to target fucking immigrants. How dare you? Let me tell you something else. The reason why you don't have jobs is because the UK don't export anything. They don't build fuck all. They don't do fuck all. And they don't invent fuck all. And you people ain't gonna work for £5 an hour in a factory. You're best staying on fucking benefits. So instead of being angry at the immigrants trying to make an honest fucking living, I suggest you look towards the Houses of Parliament because those are the people who put you in poverty. And you can throw all the racist parties you want. We ain't fucking going anywhere. So get fucking used to it. And if it weren't for the immigrants that came over here and made your country great again, you'd be living with animals, piss and shit. Do you understand? Oh. And the homeless and the toothless can't tell me shit about this country. This is my country now. Do something. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about racist white people. And if you feel offended by this video, then it's you me I talk to.
Do you know what's absolutely baffling me the most? More than anything, with all the racists on the street right now, rioting and beating people up, is that their number one argument is, all these foreigners are coming into our country, stealing our jobs. Why none of you at fucking work then? Why none of you at work? Because it's giving zero work ethic. It's giving, you haven't even got one tooth, let alone 1 degree. Okay? You've got absolutely fuck all going on in here. Nothing. It's because you get up at 9 in the morning and sit at Weatherspoons drinking. Also crazy that you hate anyone that isn't white, except you're not even white anymore, Simon. Are you? You're bright fucking red because your blood pressure is through the roof. Because you drink Stella for breakfast, lunch and tea. Okay, you look like a fucking tomato. You look like a fucking tomato. You're embarrassing. You're embarrassing our entire nation. Go home and get a fucking job, you prick.
People are scared to leave their house because of the colour of their skin. I've seen videos of brown people walking down the street, getting punched in the face for no reason, and having to walk back up the street and go around the corner again. It's like we're going back in time. The racism we're seeing on social media and on our streets, it's unbelievable. It's worrying. It's like we've come so far forward in understanding that diversity is important. It's important to respect people because of their beliefs. And overnight, the racism and what we're seeing on the streets, it's horrific. It's actually shocking.
Recently, a lot of British people have been all over social media saying they want their country back. Migrants are taking our jobs. I went to Costco the other day, so my son was having his birthday, so I had to buy things in large quantity in Costco, and they had this deal that they were doing for one particular expensive drink, but you could only buy 36 bottles max. So I had picked up 6 cartons, so 6 cartons times 6 bottles per carton. What's that? Is it not 36? Who doesn't know 6 times 6 is 36? So I get to the counter and the lady saw me bringing out the cartons of the boxes and she was like, maximum is you can only take is 36. I said, that is 36. 6 times 6. She said no, that she had to open the box. These are sealed boxes, sealed. But that she wants to open it to count. I say 6 cartons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 bottles per carton. That is 36. She had to call another colleague or manager, I don't know, that they should come and check it for her. Both of them were trying to calculate 6 times 6. I just held my head like this. I couldn't believe it. She said she said 38. She now said 42. And I said it's 36. It's 36. I don't know. I was telling my friend, I said, these are the people that are saying immigrants are taking their jobs. Girl, guy, immigrants are not taking your jobs. Immigrants are overeducated. More than you guys. We are getting the job that you can't do.
Wow, now that is some good debate there. I think the speakers there, especially that black lady, she has spoken the hearts of many. You know, sometimes they think Africans are fools. But look at Africa. The largest owners of land are the British government in these countries that are called members of the Commonwealth Organization. They own land even in Kenya. They have their military bases in Africa. What are these military bases doing in Africa if they don't want Africans in their countries? Britain has looted from Africa since time immemorial. How on earth do they sit down thinking they are holier than thou and that they can lecture us about what is right and what is not right? Our people have gone to their countries to seek for opportunities just because they have looted Africa to the extent that Africa is unable to create its own opportunities. Our raw mineral resources are stolen from the continent and taken to these countries. How on earth can they come and tell us that they don't need Africans in their country? This is quite disrespectful and despicable. I like what the black lady has said, that if they think black people are taking up their jobs, why are they not at work when they're protesting? Here is my little research that I did. The demand by some in the white majority of Britain for the deportation of African immigrants is influenced by a complex interplay of social, economic, and political factors. Firstly, economic anxiety plays a significant role. As with many countries facing economic challenges, some segments of the population may perceive immigration as a competitor for scarce resources, including jobs, housing, and social services. The belief that African immigrants are exacerbating these pressures can fuel demands for deportation. This sentiment is often amplified during periods of economic downturn or high unemployment where people may feel particularly vulnerable. African immigrants move to the United Kingdom and other European countries for a range of reasons rooted in economic, social, and political factors. Economic opportunity. Many African immigrants seek better economic prospects and higher living standards. European countries often offer more stable job markets, higher wages, and better working conditions compared to African nations. The promise of improved economic opportunities drives many to migrate in search of better future for themselves and their families. So, yes, this is one of the major causes of this immigration. But then, what is the cause of the low job opportunities in Africa? It is because of the exploitation of these European countries. Political stabilities and conflict. Political unrest, conflict, and instability in various African countries can force people to flee their homes. Europe is perceived as a refuge where they can find safety and rebuild their lives. Conflicts, persecutions, and human rights abuse drive many to seek asylum in European countries. This may be a fact, but then there is an underlying issue, which is most of the political conflicts that are happening in the continent are funded by Western nations. This is it. The European countries thrive in division within African continent. We know how they colonized Africa. The divide and rule tactic worked for them, and that is why they have us in different countries and maps that they drew for themselves. Now, when they have seen that an African nation is going to prosper, they start divisions within the continent, bring issues of insecurity, and even cause issues of political violence. Another thing that can also address this is the question of using democracy as a one-size-fits-all solution to every African leadership problem. Africa, since time immemorial, was known to be a continent that had stable governance structures. We had kingdoms and societal norms that governed how we operate with one another. But then, the Europeans came and gave us what we call democracy. Democracy, for my sake, I feel it has not worked for Africa, and it does not give Africa what it deserves, because it only works to appoint people who act as puppets of the Western nations, who do not even have the desires of the people in their heart. And that is why people like Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso are being embraced by their citizens because they are working for pro-people issues. Historical and colonial ties. Historical connection between African countries and European nations can also play a role. Former colonial ties sometimes make it easier for Africans to migrate to these countries due to established networks, shared languages, and familiar legal systems. This is true. Right now, I speak English, but then this is not my native language. It is easier for me to go and reside in United Kingdom because that is where the language I speak now came from. So this is just their own cause. If they didn't come to Africa, if they didn't give us their language, we wouldn't even be understanding what they are saying. So it would be difficult for us to go there. So this is also an issue that must be considered. In summary, African immigrants move to the United Kingdom and other European countries in search of economic opportunities, safety for conflict, education and advancement, family reunification, and improving living conditions. These motivations reflect a broad desire for better prospect and stability. So, as one European leader who sometimes I stand by, Giorgia Meloni, who is the leader in Italy, she has been very vocal and castigated people like Emmanuel Macron on issues of immigration in Africa. She has stated categorically that Africa is not the cause of the immigration problem in Europe. It is Europe that is continuing to exploit Africa and destroying millions of opportunities that could be available for African people in their own countries. She has said that for this to end, these leaders must stop pilfering things that belong to African people and leave them for the Africans to create their job employment opportunities for themselves and benefit from these kind of opportunities. So that is it from me. If you're watching us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and also share. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless you. Goodbye.